Hello everyone, it's me Kate and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do an update on my planner. This is the Sunday when I do my Sunday updates, and I also had a request from a subscriber on how I hold the fountain pen and drying time on the ink. So I thought I'd show you some ink samples on that. Okay, well let's get started with the planner. Okay, move this out of the way. The Erin Condren I've been using. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of journaling in here. And you can see the different colors of ink. I've used some purple. This is called like a gold or a brownish gold ink. So all this side here are all those friction pens. Everything over here is a fountain pen. And as you can see, experimenting with color. I already started to decorate next week's. Now, pink is the theme, huh? I got like 3 different washi tapes down here. This one's the cloth, which I usually don't like too much, but I thought would go great in here. And then washi tape up here. And all of these stickers I got from Boulder Bond. It's from Boulder Bond. I'll put a link below. So that's this week's planner and for next week. And here's the big one, the Keeping It Together planner. I'm still going through it, trying to figure out how I want to put things in it. But let me show you the weekends. Now the weekdays are daily, Monday through Friday. They have their own page, like this. The weekend, Saturday and Sunday, are grouped together on the same page. Hold on a second. Like this. Saturday and Sunday, and gratitude here. Yeah. So as you can see, I have really been filling this up and changing the pen out, the ink. I added in this one right here for the, what's it called, Good Eats Tracker, checking off the breads I've had. This is for the 2 days. Fruit, checking these off. I haven't really gotten into the portion control too much. I'm not like exactly measuring it. And I put myself some posties for next week. Like by next Sunday, I'm hoping to do a complete review on this planner, on the Kit Life Planner. And I have myself some notes here. So this is what it looks like this weekend. All right. I'm really loving this planner. Really loving it. Love how thick it is, and you get to have a daily planner, except for, like I said, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday are grouped together. I don't know if I showed you this before, but this is a women-owned business, 3 women, and this is all made in America, which I like, and I like to support companies with made in America, small businesses, so really loving this. Okay, let me get to my fountain pens. Now, I don't have a setup like some of the ladies where you can actually look down. I tried to put my iPad, and I have been moving it all over the place to try to get it to look right that you can actually see. But it's, I don't know, I need a different camera for that, I think. Here is what I currently have in fountain pens. This is the Conklin. This is the Lamy Safari. This is the Twisby Mini. This is the Cross Pen. And this is the Varsity. This is the cheapest pen right here. It's disposable. So what I've been doing is I have different books that came in the mail. This one is kind of a rubbery type feeling cover. It's not leather. It's like, feels like rubber or something. This is by Lindstrom. Lindstrom, I think, is, yeah, this is Lindstrom. And I got this from Goulet pens. So, as you can see, I did the ink. Let me see. With the purple, and this was with the brown gold color. I have the names of the inks and I didn't bring them down, but this is the violet and this is kind of a brownish gold color. And this was from the Twisby. That's what I have in the Twisby, and this is what I got in Conklin. The Conklin Durograph. And as you can see on this paper, there's no bleed through. You can see some shadowing, but there's no bleed through. I really like this. This is going to be a great little book for me to have in my purse to take down some like little notes. So I really, really like this. Okay, now for some other writing material I have, which you've seen this on my last video. This paper comes from, right here, is the Paper for Fountain Pens Company. This is called Tomo River paper. I don't want to get that wrong. This paper is actually, like, as far as pounds, it's like 52. It's very light. It's very, very light paper. And you can see some of the writing I've been doing on that. I didn't try out. I got a couple more pens to try out. But it doesn't bleed through. It just, you see a little bit of shadow, but it doesn't bleed through. But yet this paper is really, really thin. So let me take my Conklin and my Twisby Mini, which I love this. You unscrew here, and you screw this onto the bottom. And this is how I hold it. 2 fingers here, 1 finger underneath like this. And then put here, Twisby Mini, and it's the extra fine tip. Right there. And again, no bleeding through. You can see some shadowing, but no bleeding through. And you can see the ink in there. It's a violet. I really, really like this. This is a piston filled. You have to crank this end up here to draw up your ink. Okay, and then this is the Conklin. Here we go. And you just push this onto post. It's called posting when you put that on the end. And again, oh, got a fuzzy on my finger. And then again, this is how I hold it. This finger goes underneath, these 2 on top, and I kind of just glide it along. So let me do Conklin, Durograph, Fine. I think it's a Fine. And again, it doesn't bleed through, but it does shadow. You see the shadows there, but it's not bleeding through. But this is very, very thin paper, almost like tissue paper. And the only way you can get this to work, the only reason why this works for fountain pen is because the process that Tomo River paper is made, which I don't know the process, but outside of that, I mean, this type of paper, it's a wonder it doesn't bleed through. Okay. Oh, before I go any further, I want to show you this. My children pitched in and got me. It says "I love you" on there. You could probably see that. A mother's ring. I asked for this before surgery, and it took them about a month to get this made. So it says "I love you" here, but I don't know if you can actually see it. But this is beautiful. I have 4 children, so I love it. All right, now I move my other ring to my thumb. So that's the writing on the Tomo River paper. Okay, this is the Claire Fontaine, which is also for fountain pen. And I already did an ink samples on this one. This is from the Lamy Safari. This is from the Conklin Durograph. And this is from the Twisby. And this is the different types of ink. And you can see there is no bleed through. It's actually very little shadow, and you see some shadow when I do this. I put the paper down flat. You really can't see much shadowing. So this like really, really writes well, very well. Okay, so let me do this as an example. Let me take just regular like copy paper. This is 20-pound paper. And I'm going to write on here and see how this comes through. Twisby, mini, extra fine. Conklin, Durograph, fine. You see the color's a little bit different on this paper. This is 20-pound paper. And again, that doesn't bleed. You see this a little bit like coming through, but it's almost trying to bleed through. Let me use a couple. Let me show you the Lamy Safari. I'm gonna take all these pens out and show them to you. I don't have much ink left in this one because I've been using this one like crazy. Again, the Lamy Safari, you see how it has like a little triangle look here? I hold it here, and the one finger here just slides underneath. And I just glide it along like this. So let's do Lamy Safari. I think this is also an extra. No bleed through on that. And let's do the cross pen. This is a medium nib. This is wider. Okay. I don't like posting this because it always keeps falling off on this one. See how the cross pen is really dark? It looks like it's right here, it's starting to bleed through. So this medium nib would be some issues. Okay. And this is the Varsity, which is disposable. And I think this is a fine. I got this in fine. Okay, it looks like that's got a lot of shadow and starting to do some bleed through too. So even up here you can see more shadowing. So by using standard paper, you will see some of it start to come through with a fountain pen, but you're better off with the fine and extra fine. I go with extra fine because you can hardly see it coming through, and it all depends on the type of ink you use too. And the dry time, well, I should have done that then, but the dry time is really quick. Like, let me write the Conklin again, Conklin. I just wrote it. So it's only been a couple seconds. See? Dries extremely quick. I would say in about 5 seconds or less. Alright, so let me do one more little test here to show you. This is just... It's not real leather. This is just one of my little books that I write things in. And I've been doing what's called brain dumping. I've been watching that online too. I've been watching so many online videos about fountain pens and planning. So, and there's my brain dumping. One of these days I'll go through on that. Let me take a piece of paper here. And let me do, this is standard, probably 70 weight, I would think. Let me do Miami Safari. Now this is an extra fine. So this looks pretty good, the extra fine. The Conklin, again, this is how I hold it. Conklin Durograph. Looks kind of darker on this paper. And this, you can see it coming through. See that? So you really need paper that's at least, the 20 weight on that copy paper wasn't too bad, but as far as notebook paper, I'd go with 80 weight and above, 80, 90. Because I think this is like 70 here. Okay, let me do the TWSBI. TWSBI Mini in purple, violet. And yeah, and you see bleed through coming through here. And you can really see that. And actually I just did the TWSBI. So it dries, it dries pretty fast. Now, see how this would just start to slide out? I don't like that on the cross. Let me do the cross. It looks like it's doing a little bit of feathering. It's getting like kind of wider on here. And this is starting to really bleed through. Let me see as far as smearing. Let me try to write it again. Cross smear. Okay. The cross pen would smear. Let me try to do like a 2-second delay thing. Cross, 1, 2, 3. You know, you do like 3 seconds and it's not, and it won't smear. So this dries, this ink does dry really fast. It's not like it was like in the olden days where you had to sit there and go. I mean, sometimes you feel like you want to do that, but you don't have to. And here's the Varsity, which is a fine nib. Again, that's the nib. Again, this is how I hold it. 2 fingers here, and the 1 finger underneath here. This is the Varsity Pilot, I think. Yeah, it's the Varsity Pilot. But you can really see this one and this one bleeding through. The Varsity Pilot looks like it's trying to too. So, the key really to fountain pens is if you're going to use standard paper, I would use the, just stab myself with it. I would use the fine to extra fine, which I really like the extra fine nibs. And this is the extra fine. And I love this TWSBI. Like again, you unscrew it down here, and you screw it back up here, and you see how tall that pen is next to a standard one. This is really, I really like this pen. Actually, I'm thinking about getting another one. They have one in the complete clear. They do have one in the white and the rose gold, but you can't get it anymore. They're sold out. I would have really loved to have that one. So, that's my writing test to show you what shows through. When I get better on this brain dumping, there are plenty of videos on YouTube that you guys can watch. It just helps you to organize yourself. Basically, one of the main things I have down here for brain dumping is the brain is for processing, not storage. Now, we know your brain stores stuff, but you don't want to store every single thing. You know, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta go do this, I have to go do that, I have to go over to the store, I have to go to work, I gotta go up to there, I gotta go do this meeting, I gotta do this appointment, blah, 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 blah. And you know, if you're like me at work, post it. Well, no more now since I got my new planner. I got a to-do list on there, and I'm gonna keep everything really well organized. also, which is my health is the big thing, so I'm going to keep myself organized because of that. So, again, this is the Claire Fontaine, which I got from Goulet Pens, which just writes beautifully. The Tomo River paper. Thinnest paper I've ever seen that you could write with a fountain pen. Be great for stationery. And the Lindstrom, I think it's how it's pronounced, little notebook that I'm going to put in my purse. I've got to show you about something about this too. Hold on a second. Let me get to my writing samples. And in the back of this, it actually has a little pocket. And in the pocket, it actually has stickers that you could title it in the front, and it even has the long strips here to put across the spine of it and write down, so if you're storing them, you can see what you have in these or what year it was or whatever. Keep them organized. So I really went over. I don't think I've done a 20-minute video in like forever. So here's my pens. I have one more pen coming, and then I think I'm going to take a break unless I get another one of these Twisbees because I really like it. So I have 5 pens, and I got this case from Goulet also. It holds 10. So I could oh, and by the way, this is real leather. I looked it up online. I wasn't sure yesterday, but it's real leather. Okay, I just want to say one more thing. I don't know if you ladies remember, I think it was a couple months ago around Thanksgiving, I mentioned about having a giveaway when I hit 500 subscribers. Well, that is still on key. I'm actually purchasing things now for the giveaway, and I should hopefully, you know, I'm planning for the giveaway probably to be around in March, because I'm up to 464 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm glad you enjoyed my videos. Like I said, I have the best subscribers and viewers out there. You guys are number one. So I will be doing a giveaway as soon as I reach 500 subscribers, and then I'll let you know what I'm going to be giving away. And it's going to be all just domestic. I can't do international. I'm sorry. And I'm trying to figure out now if I'm just going to put a drawing in a hat, or if I'm going to do that random.com. I got to figure out how to do that. And it will all be for people that you're going to have to be subscribed, of course, to enter the giveaway. So that's it for me right now. Hopefully I'll have another video. I think I had 3 this week. I have some more things coming in the mail. So anyway, love you guys. I'll probably do another video by next Wednesday, if not before. So you all have a good rest of the weekend. Love you all. Bye for now.